Hello everyone and welcome back to the 101 Dalmatians challenge here in The Sims 3 with all expansion packs and quite a bit of custom content. And we're over at the Radcliffe Dearly Farm today where we still have Nissa, our alien space dog, running around somewhere waiting for her puppies to be born. So somewhere out there, probably by the cows who are also spotted, I think Nissa is running around with her growing puppies in her belly. And then over here we have Terry and Tisha. And Tisha was actually behind the house here next to the dumpster, or next to the trash can, freaking out. She was totally having a freak out, which is actually one of her traits from being the neurotic trait. And she was freaking out, I think, because of her grades. So I think she's really having a very hard time because she's worried about failing school. They've worked so hard at trying to keep the family together that really the two teenagers haven't been able to work as hard as they should on their schooling, even though they're homeschooled and in the homeschool program. Tisha has completed her homework for the day. I think Terry has completed his homework too, but he is much more apt to brush off all of his, what is this, reward certificate? Where did I get this from? Who even knows? Who even knows? I don't even remember. But Terry is much more apt to kind of brush off the schooling because, hey, his family used to run quite the huge business breeding dogs. You don't really need anything about that. You don't need too much fancy degrees for that. You just need to be able to take care of the animals and kind of focus on everything. So he's not so worried about the schooling. He's just worried because he's feeling a little sore from all the exercise and adventuring he's been doing lately. And also that he does want to help clean everything up. I think Tisha actually has some rotten food in her inventory. Does she have the ability to clean that out somehow? Go jogging, scan the room. Why, oh why do we have rotten food somewhere in our inventory? Is it the leeks? Have the leeks gone bad? No, they're nice quality. The beeswax hasn't gone bad. Is it tomatoes or the potatoes? No, they're all nice quality. Is it the eggs? I bet the eggs have gone bad. Have the eggs gone bad? The egg went bad. We had a special egg go bad. All right, that's probably what was giving her the nasty food little moodlet. Is that gone now? Disgusted from disgusting food. Oh man. Okay, so Tisha has something nasty in her inventory. We'll just go ahead and sell all of the eggs. I'll have to work on trying to find out what it is, but I'll send her off to work in her garden. I'll have her turn in her homework and send her off to work in the garden. Dun 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 dun. So hopefully she'll be feeling a little bit calmer. Okay, you go ahead and tend the garden. And Terry, I think I'm gonna send him inside. Oh, Tisha hasn't even made oh, that's right. She didn't make breakfast today. Andrea made breakfast today, which oddly made Tisha kind of jealous. So I'll send Terry inside to get some food. Tobias, oh no, oh yeah, and Meredith is off getting her fortune read. So Meredith is having a rebellious day today. She does not want to have anything to do with anybody, and one of the wants that she rolled because she's feeling rebellious was actually ignoring Tobias. And I was really, really worried about that. She wants to stop being friends with Tobias. And I was wondering, does that mean she's thinking about leaving for the big city and she wants to leave her baby brother behind, even though this whole time her dreams were always moving to the big city, her just on her own with little toddler Tobias because she loves him so much. And he's really the only family that she's close to. And she's bonded more with Tobias than any of the other family members because she won't really let anyone else near him. So she wanted to be her, Tobias, and her imaginary friend, Aaron. But now I wonder if she's thinking about just leaving Tobias behind. So she went to go have her fortune read. We have had the tea leaves read. We have had the heavenly charts read. We've had her palm read. She's been just spending money after money here getting her fortune told. And should we go ahead and look at the crystal ball? This will be the last one, I think. So we'll donate. She's donated close to 300 simoleons. And I think she's kind of doing it more for the theater of anything. All right. And we'll go ahead and let Terry get some food. Tisha's going to go ahead and start taking care of her garden. Meredith is getting her fortune told. And Andrea is going to be spending the day at the painting studio because that's just kind of what her entire life is about right now. Focusing on her painting, focusing on improving her craft. What is this? Congratulations, Meredith has learned enough traits about others to complete the personable skill challenge. Check Meredith's skill journal for the information about this reward. What? Meredith has made enough acquaintances to complete the celebrity skill challenge. What? Meredith, what are you doing becoming a celebrity? At this point, learned enough traits about others, become a celebrity? Meredith, what are you doing in there? Is this going to be the odd roots of her future as a celebrity? I did not think, there's a dumpster right next to this place too. I did not think that Meredith would end up becoming a celebrity because she had her fortunes told in a little alleyway behind like the city. This is not what I thought her path would take her to. What do you mean learned new traits about others? I feel like Aaron is there with her now too. So I have no idea what that is all about. We'll see what's happening in a little bit. All right, so back home on the family farm. Perdita, no! Oh my goodness. Oh no, wait, I think they're playing. Pepper is going to chase Perdita. So this is the new cat, Pepper. So Pepper is our new barn cat. He is going to be Tisha's best friend in the whole world, if you ask me, and help Tisha by gently removing all of the little minor pets, all of the little animals that might be running about her garden, and then she'll rehome them or release them into the wild safely. And Tisha can go ahead. Good, she should be done. No way! Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh! Nissa just had her puppies! There was no warning! There was no warning! What? What? You guys! We have alien space puppies! Alien space puppies born! Oh my gosh. Hang on here. We've got to get over... I am in so much shock right now. Let's wait for all of the sprinkles and sparkles to descend. Nissa, you just had your babies. You didn't even give me a warning. You having your babies is the end of season 2. I was not ready, Nissa. I was not remotely ready, and they look nothing like you. How did your puppies turn out nothing like you? I don't understand how this could have happened. I thought that for sure they would look at least a little bit like her. They look more like the cow than they look like you. Okay, picture after picture. Sorry, guys. This is the very first of generation 3, though. So let's go ahead and get down here. Oh, I wish this tree and this rock wasn't in the way. It's ruining my good pictures. But let's get down here and take a good look at what generation 3 of our new family of dogs, the new Dalmatian legacy, looks like. I can't believe... This is like the final day of this is the final day of the 101 Dalmatians challenge for season 1. And then we're going to take a little bit of a break while we do a couple side stories now. We're going to have a side story with Lyra. So we're going to see how Lyra is doing over in Lunar Lakes. And we're going to have a side story with Meredith going off into the city and run those side by side. And then we'll be coming back here and we will be running the normal Dalmatians challenge and Emma's side story at the same time too. Once we finish up Lyra and Meredith's little like first season of their side story. So, okay, enough pictures of the puppies. I just freaked out because this is so exciting. This is so exciting. This is happening. So it looks like they are actually identical down to every last spot and dot. So they are actually twin puppies. Every single spot they have is exactly the same, which that's never happened to me before, so I'm really hoping that doesn't indicate like a problem with my game, but they are literally twins. I have never had actual twin puppies. You guys, welcome to the world, little ones. And then, okay, under the fortune teller's instructions, Meredith Radcliffe Dearly details every dream she can remember the last few weeks. The fortune teller sits, her eyes closed, hand folded, absorbing every last detail. I think we're good to leave now. But things should be better in about a week, so don't worry too much. The fortune teller finishes in a comforting tone. So I'm going to think that we're going to take that as Meredith going, okay, I'm just freaking out about taking Tobias with me to the big city and becoming a celebrity there on my own right, and maybe even a director. I'm kind of leaning more towards the celebrity line for her now. But I think she's feeling better about that. I think she was just kind of freaking out about the idea of taking Tobias with her. And now she's like, okay, I'm going to do it. Things will be better in a week. Tobias will be okay in a week. I'll feel better about taking Tobias in a week. And Nissa just had her puppies. We have puppy number 1 and puppy number 2. So give me just a moment, you guys, to come up with their really fun names from the amazing suggestions you guys have given me. And then we will review their traits and we will see what these new additions to the family are going to bring. All right, and now we have some names for the new puppies. Oh gosh, and that's a fence. Okay, hang on, you guys. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. And Nissa just freaked out. She freaked out at Tisha, but I think she also freaked out because she's like, what just happened here? So we've got the 2 little puppies, and because we have twins and they are literally identical down to every spot and dot, which has not happened before. So I will definitely be going through and making sure next litter, hopefully we can have a little bit of variation creation, because that's some of the fun of having all of these puppies and having a big puppy challenge like this. But I've never had literal twins before. So we have named the puppies Castor and Pollux. And I saw that name a few times, one or two of the names a few times in some of the amazing comments and the huge pile of names you guys left behind. I was really hoping for more than 2 puppies so that I would be able to use lots more of your names. And a lot of the names you guys suggested were actually great names for, oh, they're so cute. Great names for like female dogs. But I was like, what do I name 2 little boy puppies? Oh yeah, you guys don't know that yet. So Castor and his brother Pollux, they are literally twins. They look identical. They were both boys, and the only thing that's different about them is their personalities. So Castor over here is skittish, and he's a hunter, so he seems to take after his mom a little bit with the skittishness. And then Pollux over here is playful and adventurous. So when it comes to which of the different dogs they take after, I think, let's see, playful is Basil for sure. And playful is also Nissa, and skittish. So basically Castor takes after Nissa more than anything, and Pollux just kind of does his own thing because he's playful and adventurous. He more takes after his grandfather then, because Pongo is also adventurous. So that's really, really fun. But I decided to name them Castor and Pollux because those are the names of the Gemini twins. And the Gemini sign for the stars is twins, like the Gemini twins. And so I looked up the names of the Gemini twins, and Castor and Pollux are their names. So here we go. I'm so excited that we have the 2 new babies. And that means, you guys, today is the last episode of season 1 of our 101 Dalmatians challenge. And we have come such a far way. It's been over a year of coming back to this family again and again and again, and growing with them and learning how to play Sims with them and learning how to discover the world and how to interact with all of our characters. I mean, Tish's family, that was a townie family I had no control over, and yet Tish's family had a huge influence. There's just a bunch of butterflies floating right in front of her face. She could catch the insect. Come on, Tisha. Tisha started off as just this little kid who we would visit with. Do you guys remember? Oh, and Bridget, our nanny. Do you remember you guys voting on what to turn nanny, like what traits to give our nanny, and moving the nanny in for the first time, moving to the farm, deciding to move to the farm, learning how to make it so we could even breed the dogs and have puppies? We have come so far in the last year. I'm just amazed. I would have never guessed. I would have loved The Sims 3 so much. I had never had pets before starting our 101 Dalmatians challenge. And now we have the Warrior Cats challenge, where we are going all out, over the top, with working specifically with the animals all of the time. And it's the most amazing thing. Oh, we have an unknown tree growing over there. That's so exciting. I mean, and Tisha starting off as this little girl who we would just see like wandering town all by herself so often. We were really worried about her. We wanted to make sure that she'd be taken care of. We invited her over and brought her into the family with open arms because Anita and Roger wanted to make sure she was taken care of too. Then she like started falling in love. Oh, Tisha, you caught it. How fun is that? And then Tisha started falling in love with Terry, even when they were kids. They're best friends, but they're also like kids who are falling in love together. Like I said that so many times. Sorry, I'm just so touched and excited. Terry being the firstborn child before we even came to the farm, but growing up on the farm being part of his body as well as music, just vaguely remembering the rare occasions his dad would have a chance to start playing his guitar and kind of sharing the songs that he was trying to teach with his son. It's just so nice. It's so nice to see how far we've come. Meredith, I would have never dreamed that Meredith, when we had her, and she wants to prank the school, so I'm actually tempted to kind of do that. Oh, and she does want to talk to Tobias, actually, so we'll send her over to talk to Tobias, too. I never would have imagined that Meredith, when we had her, and she's a total believer, so we are definitely going to go ahead and say that meeting with the fortune teller was able to help her realize that she actually wants to take Tobias with her. Never would have thought she would grow up as kind of self-focused and self-centered as she did. She was so imaginative as a child. I really thought that she was going to kind of follow after her mom's footsteps of becoming an author, but she likes the spotlight a little bit, and I think that comes from having been in such a big big family and not really ever getting that spotlight. So I think it's interesting how Meredith has taken kind of a harder turn. Her personality is not 100% the nicest. It's got some rough edges to it. She occasionally will go out of her way to do something like this, clean up all the dishes, and she fell in love with Tobias. And she did a lot of that almost on her own, and it was really interesting to see how she fell in love with Tobias, her baby brother. Tobias, who, if you guys remember, also I'm kind of curious what the heck Alicia, Tisha's mom, is up to. I understood her getting some of the athletic skill because that makes sense for trying to work off of having 3 babies pretty much back to back. Poor woman probably needs to feel like she has a minute to herself to run up and down the street. And Andrea, I understand, oh, she can use a cell phone to capture a scene to paint later. That's so cool. We'll have to do that with the dogs later too. Andrea is painting, but I don't understand what the heck Alicia is doing with handiness. She's just basically like running from place to place trying to take care of her family, it seems. Anyway, little Tobias, who is almost like, actually, he really has no idea about his parents. He was born, and then Roger and Anita just vanished on him. They just walked out the door, went on a party, and vanished forever. And that changed everything. And then Terry deciding that he wanted to become an animal rescuer. I mean, all of this. You know what? I feel like we need like a hammock or something that they can lay in. Do we have hammocks? That would be really fun. I'll focus on that later. Can he actually, in fact, can he sleep up here? No, he can just climb up into it. So I'm going to send him up to his room to take a nap. Extreme nap. Yeah, Terry, like finding the Tiberium and the dogs earning so much money for the family by gathering up all of the crystals and the gemstones. The addition of Pepper, the new barn cat. Pepper's going to go play with Tisha. Don't you attack Tisha. What on earth is that about, Pepper? All right, Tisha, you're going to have to come over and like play with your cat because he's being a little bit silly. Do cardio workout. Tisha's so cute the way she decides to like calm down, clear the dishes. I'm going to get rid of the BFF with Terry thing because I think it's broken. And I'm going to have her come and play with her new cat. Feed, treat, talk to. So yeah, Tisha moving in and becoming the second nanny. And that actually turning out really, really interesting. Oh, and Alicia has just been promoted at her job at the military. Interesting. Yeah, all of the dogs we've had. So Pongo and Perdita have had so many puppies. We've got a huge family, and now the family tree has just gone down another line. Oh my gosh. So actually they've got like, they've actually got great grandchildren in these dogs down here. Chico, Rose, and Bobby. And then, yeah, Pongo and Perdita have had all of these puppies. We've had a lot of them. And they have also had their new grandpuppies, Castor and Pollux, who are first in line to inherit the next chapter of the family tree. So we'll have to see if we fall in love with Castor or Pollux. We'll have to see if one or the other really just makes us go, yeah, this is what we want. Oh, and look at this. Play with another pet. Sniff another pet. Is this little Pollux? Okay, hang on. Old Grandpa Pongo wants to go ahead and sniff his new grandson. This is so cute. Pongo and Perdita becoming elders. Hang on, Pollux. Pongo and Perdita becoming elders. All of the gemstones and all of the rocks that they have found out over time, all of the things they've discovered. Oh, and let's get another good look at Castor and Pollux. So if we look at one, we're looking at the other because they're identical twins. But you can see, I thought Nissa's black fur would come through. We're going to have 2 more litters with Nissa for sure. And then if they keep coming out like this and not really having a lot of, like, they've got a lot of the liver spot. They're more liver spot than anything. And just the faintest pastel-y dots kind of across their body. So they look sort of muddy in a fun way. So we're going to have to keep trying to breed with Nissa, and we'll have to keep breeding with Basil, and we'll see what their next 2 litters look like. And I'm kind of, now is the time when I would kind of want to hold on to each litter because we can only have a certain number of dogs and they're going to look really, really different from now on. And we'll have to vote for who we're going to keep, or I might just have to take the opportunity to go ahead and pick our heir. And then whoever the heir will be, we will definitely have you guys be able to vote at least for who their mate is going to be for the next dog, either genetically modified or traditional, that we would add into the family for the generation 3 like mate. So that's going to be really, really interesting. And we have the animal rescue. I mean, we've grown so many things. We've started the huge garden in the backyard where we put in all of the sunflowers. We have like managed to get so many new plants. We have so many meteors. We have run into so many aliens. Alien after alien after alien. We have just had such a huge adventure, and it's been so much fun for me. I never ever thought it would become such a huge ordeal, and I would end up with this legacy family lasting for over a year. I love that, and I hope they have another year to go for sure, because I am a long player. I love playing with my families for years and watching as they grow and change, and it's the most amazing thing in the world to me to be able to not only have that sense of growth for myself and watch them change myself for what I love to see, but also to be able to have that sense of growth with you guys and get to see your suggestions and ideas, like building an entire area where it's an animal rescue, running an animal rescue, doing all of these things, and sharing it with all of you is just fantastic, and I love it. And thank you guys so much for all of the opportunities and sharing them together and being able to share the stories together. It's just wonderful. And meanwhile, Castor's freaking out. Oh, and Meredith is coming over to pick up Tobias. She wants to toss Tobias in the air. So now it happens, because a lot of you guys are probably like, no, Seri, it's just starting to get good. We finally had the puppies, and we're going to have more puppies. And why? Why are we having a break? We're having a bit of a season break so I can work on that symboler that I keep talking about, so we can keep track of all of the characters. It being over a year since we've started the legacy, my style of gameplay has changed. My style of recording has changed. And we've had a lot of different characters come in and out of the family and a lot of different ways to play. So I want to be able to share those things with you guys in a really good way. And the cat is off to go sleep. He's so cute. Such a cute kitty. And I'm going to send Tisha. Oh, she's so upset about her grades. I'm going to send her over here to clean this. There you go. And you can take a little shower. I always want to take a shower after cleaning the toilet. No, but yeah, we're going to continue on with more stories, more adventures that the family is going to go through. And now that we've had such a huge family, which is not something I anticipated, we will actually be making it so that the family goes down new paths and different paths. Like I keep mentioning, we're going to be following Meredith when she goes on the path of being a teenager. She's going to be an adult pretty soon, but being a teenager who's going to move to the city and try to make it as a celebrity. So she's going to try to make it as a celebrity, and I kind of want to take her down the director path, I thought, but now I'm kind of leaning more towards the celebrity path. She's stunningly, interestingly beautiful. She has very attractive features, and she has a very attractive personality, kind of because she's got that very detached personality, and the only thing that breaks through that is Tobias and her imaginary best friend Aaron. So I do want to follow Meredith to a big city, and I want to see her try to take on the celebrity challenges. I want to see what it's like, if she's going to be able to make it or if they'll have to come home. So we're going to do a little side story with Meredith, and I'm thinking our side series will I'll aim for like roughly anywhere from 12 to 20 episodes per side story season. And then if things are still happening and we'll go back to the side story in the future, then we'll continue on with Meredith and Tobias in the city. And I think Vinegar is going to be coming along too. I have a fun idea of how Vinegar is going to be leaving with them too. So we'll probably take Meredith to the big city and kind of break the family up that way. And it's a little sad, but it's also something I could totally understand. And then we will also be following Lyra. I have not forgotten about Lyra. And actually, that's where a whole big archway of the side stories that we're going to have for this series are going. We're going to follow Lyra at Lunar Lakes. And we're going to see if Lyra can meet certain challenges. Being able to befriend her mom, proving that her skills in certain things like nanotechnology and logic and all of the other things that her mother believes a good alien of her heritage should know. If she can start gaining those kinds of skills, then Lyra might be allowed to start working with her family again. She might be allowed to start talking with them, maybe allowed to start visiting them, maybe allowed to even come back to Earth one day and stay here. Because right now, Lyra feels like she's been kidnapped and she wants to return home. So she's going to have to try to find ways where she can come back home. And we're going to give Lyra that challenge in Lunar Lakes, which I have never actually played in before. So it would be really interesting and really fun to try try out Lunar Lakes too. So we're going to go to Lunar Lakes and we're going to come up with some challenges. And if you guys have some fun challenges in mind for Lyra, then let me know. And we're also going to go ahead and we are going to see if Lyra's grandmother, her alien grandmother, may step in and have something to say about Lyra having been removed from her Earth family that she grew up with. And we're definitely going to try to get Lyra a dog of her own. So I was thinking, Lyra's grandmother may come and she may either snag one of the puppies or she may snag one of the future puppies from the family and take it over to Lyra so Lyra is not all by herself. And who knows, maybe Lyra will have like a robot dog for a little while to sort of fill the gap. I'll have to see if there's like a cool robot skin so it could look like we had a robot dog. Yay! And Nissa, she wants to become best friends with her babies. Yay! All right, she wants to become best friends with a lot of little ones actually, and sniff the cat. Where'd the cat go? Cat's sleeping. Oh, the cat's sleeping in Nissa's bed. But yeah, those are our two main side stories. If you guys have ideas for those side stories, because I've never tried playing with celebrities and I've never tried playing in a city before, then let me know and we'll definitely look into what possibilities are out there. And I think we'll kind of run both of them at the same time. So every week we will have both Lyra and Meredith's story going on. And then once we finish there, and we'll make it much shorter, not like hundreds of episodes. Like I said, 12 to 20-ish episodes. That's my current goal. This is the first time I've tried to split a big series into series, but we'll go ahead and kind of keep track of them for like say 12 20-ish episodes each, running side by side. And then once we're done with that, we'll go ahead and we will jump in. Oh, Meredith, it's time for you to go to work, by the way. Once we're done with that, then we will, it's so sad to see Emma without her sister. We'll come back here and we will do the season 2 of 101 Dalmatians challenge. And we'll actually have multiple things going on during season 2. We will go ahead and focus on the ranch every week. And then when Emma comes of age, we will actually have Emma's side series running as well, but we're going to run it at the same time. So Emma's going to try traveling the world when dreams come true. Oh, the rainbow gem. This is really telling that just as Meredith is getting ready to leave, she's thinking about becoming, her imaginary friend becoming real again. I think she's starting to get in touch with her deepest passions. Her imaginary friend becoming real, leaving so she can get attention from people the way she never did from her big family in the city, and taking Tobias with her. So yay, random opportunity, and yay, fortune teller for inspiring Meredith. All right. But yes, when we come back and start season 2, all right, let's go ahead and talk to, and then maybe brush. I think Emma really is starting to develop a little bit of the bond with the dogs, because they're really great resources to just sort of let all your woes out to. But yeah, when we come back for season 2, Basil, that was hilarious. For season 2 of the 101 Dalmatians challenge, what we're going to do is we will have every week the main series for season 2 here on the ranch / farm, taking care of Terry and Tisha and like Meredith and Andrea, or not Meredith, excuse me. We'll take care of basically everybody here at the farm and all of the animals, and we'll watch as they develop their own interest and as they have more puppies, and as we're able to take care of the puppies, and we'll see what kind of puppies Nissa has in the future. Oh, your sim will get bored if you keep using the same social over again and again. What? Come on, chase each other around, have fun, work off some of that little kid energy. There we go. I think Emma might try to bond with Nissa a little bit because it's like bonding with her sister Lyra, just a tiny bit. The other thing from space. Dun dun dun. Anyway, I got a little sidetracked, but what I was trying to say is when we come back, what we'll do is we will have every week the normal series, and then we will also follow Emma around because she is going to try to understand the mystery of what happened to their family. She's going to try to find the roots of where their parents may have vanished to, and to do that, she's going to travel through all 3 of the worlds that we can travel in World Adventure. She's going to try completing a whole bunch of those challenges, and she's also going to hopefully be able to support herself through all of them. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see if we can manage to pull that off, and if she might find out what happened to Roger and Anita. Are they still alive? Could she bring them back home? Or have they gone forever, and at least what Emma could bring home to her family is a sense of closure? There's a lot of things going on in this family. I never imagined it would branch off into so many stories and adventures. But I promise you, when we come back for season 2, this part of the family will focus on the biggest and the most important main part, which is just having more and more adorable Dalmatians. join the family and become members of this big spotty ranch farm and all of its glory. Not to mention we have a barn cat now and a horse. So things are getting very interesting. All right. Well, I rambled on long enough. As you can tell, I'm just a little bit overwhelmed in really excited ways. Paint something brilliant. That's so exciting. Let's go ahead and try to paint something brilliant then. Oh, that's brilliant. Come on, Andrea. Give yourself some credit. That's brilliant. But yeah, we did it, you guys. We have started to physically shape this city by putting down lots and changing lots and building things for the first time in Sims 3 to alter the world to our Sims and their stories. And I love it. And we're going to find out what happened to Roger and Anita in season 2. And we're going to find out what's going to happen to Meredith, Tobias, maybe Vinegar in Meredith's side story. We're going to find out what happened to Lyra and Lyra's side story. And I'm just blown away that we've come so far. So thank you guys so much for being with me every step of the way. Thank you so much for sharing their adventure together. Thank you so much for all of it. And I can't wait to see you for even more. So keep those puppy names coming, and rest assured we will have lots and lots more puppies in the future. And let me know if there is some sort of really cool alien robot-y sort of skin we could use for the dogs, because that would be awesome if we could have like a little robot dog for Lyra. All right. And I'm probably going to take just a little bit to catch my breath. We might have some Sims Medieval to fill in the gaps on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays that 101 Dalmatians is normally in. And then we'll be back once I'm ready and once we kick off the side stories and just start having fun with them and trying them out. And we'll be back afterward to see what our beautiful world has to offer. So I'm very, very excited, you guys. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.